Hey everyone, Kris here for Thomann Guitars and Basses. I'm here at NAMM 24 and we're in the Yamaha Line6 realm. Really, it's a huge hall, it's a beautiful place, and I'm sitting here with Robbie Calvo, who will walk us through the new line of Pacifica guitars, really.
Absolutely, really excited to be at Yamaha with the new launch. We've got the Pacifica Professional and Standard Plus. A lot of the similar features across both models. So you've got an alder body with a new arm dress, tummy cut, and a new heel joint, okay, which is new for Yamaha. Satin finish neck. We've got a stainless steel frets, locking tuners and tremolo, both Goto. Probably the most exciting thing for us here at the show, we have Rupert Neve co-designed the pickups in the guitar.
Wow.
Okay, so it's a first not only for Yamaha, but for the guitar market, right? And actually, I met the designer about an hour ago here, and he told me, I love your videos, you know, that I've been producing for them. And I said, we love what you produce for us because it's changed how the guitars resonate and how we're getting clarity from the chords. Even complex chords are sounding really clear across all the voices, right? And you'll hear that in a minute. I'm going to play some tone clips for you.
Oh, please.
And you'll hear, even with a little bit of drive, you're going to get clarity in the voicings.
Is there anything about those pickups that is different, except for it sounding amazing, which needs certain wire or magnetite, but is there something that is like unexpected in the design?
I mean, obviously you're not going to divulge all of those secrets to us. What I'm hearing, because Rupert Neve is an audio engineer, you're hearing pristine audio in a guitar pickup, if that makes sense.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, and they've achieved that because as guitar players, we know that we're in the 2000, range on the guitar, very mid-range, aren't they? And what these sound like they've done is they've evened out the bass response, the mid-range and the highs. The highs aren't too high. Everything sounds smooth across the frequencies. And what I'll try and do as I play is show you that from the lows to the highs and across the string sets, right? So you can hear that. So let me play a little bit for you, if that's cool. We'll do some overdrives and we'll do some cleans as well, okay? So here's kind of a blues thing for you guys. So even in those more complex voicings, you're hearing clarity.
Oh, yeah.
And then even if I played something more like a slash chord up here. And for the rock players, we've got, if I uncoil tap the humbucker, there's still clarity in those. Staying on the same sound, coil tapping the humbucker. Right, it's really cool, isn't it? It stays there. So it's a great guitar for that, and just flipping up to the front pickup, more. And just to prove like the pickups are smooth or the notes are smooth, check out some of the bends on the compound radius, right? So just a really nice top end to the sound.
They're very round, even though you're up the fretboard.
Yeah, so you've got clarity here, but you've also got that clarity up here. So let's go to some clean sounds so you hear more of the chime.
Yeah. By the way, we are going through the Helix. What kind of amp modeling are you guys hearing?
Okay, so I don't use any of the modern amps. I'm using amps that they released about 8 years ago. Because to me, it's like, I like an AC15, an AC30, and it's classic tonality. So I don't break it, it's like, that's what I do. Obviously, delays we're hearing in here as well. Split cabs.
Nice.
Just a standard way of using modeling, right? So anyway, give you some cleans. just a great sounding guitar for all styles of music.
Yeah.
So if you're a session player or a touring guy, you could probably take this and get everything you want.
Yeah.
You know?
When you said even sounding, that is really the best word, and the first word that comes in mind when I hear this, because there's always the same amount of pretty much everything in there, whether it's a single coil position or the humbucker. It's just more or less mid-range, more or less warmth, depending on the position, but it is always even. It's
it really is,
nice.
and nothing's really dropping out. You know, a lot of the time you'll have too much bass or too much highs, and sometimes that changes across, you know, the fretboard as well. But I'm hearing just even. It's great for recording. So I had these in my studio prior to launch, and I filmed 2 videos with them, and I didn't really have to EQ them at all. They just sat in the mix perfectly. And I think that's testimony to Rupert Neve's designs, right? If you think about it, it's pro audio. And you've got that now in a pickup, which I think is amazing for Yamaha.
What's also quite astonishing is that the volume differences between the positions, like 5th and 4th position, that could be a thing where you're like, oh, I cannot hear myself anymore. Or then you go on the humbucker and it's like blasting your face off. It's all very well controlled.
Yeah, it really is. And they've spent years developing these pickups, and obviously that R&D is working well. One of the things I talked to the designer about today, was the fact that some pickups actually overpower the guitar. So if your guitar is resonating and your pickups are too hot, all you're hearing is the pickup. You're not hearing the resonance of the guitar. So what they wanted to make sure is nothing was overpowering the other. So there's the electronics, but then there's also the timbres, the tone woods, right? And they should work hand in hand. A great old Strat sounds that way because the balance was correct. They got it right. Right.
Exactly.
So, you know, we're really excited with the models. Everyone that's come through the show has been blown away. Pro players are like, how are you doing that for that price point, right? And the stainless steel frets, obviously intonation is going to be fabulous for a long time without any kind of refrets.
I grabbed one of these and started playing and wanted to feel the neck, and it does feel slightly different than previous Pacifica models. I find it a little bit more on the D side. It's still a C, but it has a nice shoulder, and it feels very, very nicely rounded off on the edges. It does feel like something you pay a lot of money for, and just very, very nice and even, again, the same word again.
It really is, and the satin finish on the neck, as many of you out there know, the Pacificas have often had a gloss neck to them, which can feel sticky. But this beautiful satin finish on the neck's amazing. Fret dressing's perfect, right? So you're not getting hung up anywhere on the fretboard. And to have 2 options, the maple fretboard, the rosewood fretboard, is obviously, you know, great. We've got some great new colors as well for the show. And we want to be pushing the boundaries into that professional market. The professional guitar is being made in Japan, right? Handcrafted in Japan. And the Standard Plus is made in Indonesia. And hence that price point difference, right? But both amazing guitars.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Robbie, thank you so much for walking us through all the specs and everything.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing more of these guitars later on in the studio as well, in the Thomann showroom. You guys take it easy. Make sure to check out the link in the description that will take you to the Yamaha products. As soon as they drop, you'll find them on that link. See you in the comment section and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.